Have you ever wondered how people get into mushroom farming in Kenya? Well, in this video, I will give you the step-by-step process that can get you from a beginner to an expert by the time we end this video. Let's get those credits rolling. Hello innovators, and welcome to the boardroom. Here we talk about business ideas and YouTube ideas that can help you to innovate, create, and grow. And in this video, we are talking about mushroom farming, and I'll give you all the steps that go into mushroom farming and get you started to make that nice moolah. As at 2016, the country was producing 500 tons of mushrooms against a demand of 1,200 tons of mushroom. That tells you there is more demand than supply, and that is a place where we want to get into. So step number one is getting started. If you want to get started in mushroom farming successfully, then you need a nice piece of land. If you can be able to get an 1/8 acre of land, you can produce up to 2 tons every 2 months. So the first thing is get a good piece of land to plant your mushroom. Step number 2 is to build a structure. The reason we are building a structure is because mushrooms require a particular range of temperature and they cannot survive well with direct sunlight. So you need to do a nice simple structure. What you're doing here is ensuring that the place is well aerated, but at the same time have a place that can easily be cleaned or that will always be staying clean. Because in mushroom farming, cleanliness is really the one thing that can give you either a crop or miss a crop. Step number 3 is to look for substrate. Substrate can either be forest soil or wheat straw or barley straw or even rice straw. So what you need to do is buy about 20 bales. One bale is about 200 shillings. So 20 bales will be enough to get you started. Step number 4 is to invest in bags. You can go to a shop and buy bags, nylon bags, so that you can be able to plant those mushrooms in before transplanting. You can get the ones that are usually for sugar. You can use those ones if you find a place where they are really stocked well, or if you have a friend who works at that company, you can get the contact of whoever supplies their paper, their bags, so you buy the bags from them and you can use that to do the initial plantation. Step number 5 is to invest in good hygiene. As mentioned before, mushrooms do well with cleanliness. There is no substitute for cleanliness. And the biggest problem with mushrooms is that once they are contaminated, you can even contaminate the whole crop just by not keeping your hygiene well done. So you need to buy things like hand gloves, like methylated spirit, cotton wool, even have overalls specific for getting into that place. The gumboots that you wear should probably be specifically just for use in that place and not for other farm work. The thing to make sure is that anyone who comes into contact with the mushrooms is actually really clean so that you do not contaminate the crop. Step number 6 is to get the seeds. You can actually go to a place like Curry or JQuat to buy, they're called spawns. The most popular type of mushrooms currently in the country are called button spawns. I'll place an image somewhere here where you can be able to see them. A kilogram of button spawns is about 1,000 shillings. You can buy 5 kilograms and that will get you well on your way. The tips to remember when you are doing your mushrooms. Number 1, keep the environment clean and sterile always. Number 2, it's advisable to start with a smaller farm so that you can experiment and learn from there. Number 3, engage with an agriculture specialist in your area to give you tips and to also be able to see if you're keeping things at the right temperature. You can engage people from Curry or lecturers from JQuat to help you with this. They will probably come at a small fee. Once they come, they can give you all the advice that you need in order to specifically be able to do mushroom farming at your farm. Number 4, network with other farmers who are in the business so that you get to understand exactly how the business works, and for them to also give you a few tips on what to do so that you can grow your mushroom a bit better. Number 5, explore all your market options so that you don't get a buyer who has promised to buy and then at the last minute they bail out on you. You need to have a number of people who are expecting your crop so that you will not be disappointed when you've already harvested and they're not yet going. The things to avoid in mushroom farming include taking shortcuts. You cannot take any shortcuts with mushrooms. They are extremely delicate and you need to make sure that you take good care of them so that you can be able to get a good crop in future. Number 2, take time in your mushroom business. Don't feel like it is too long a time. Usually mushrooms take about 2 months and they are ready, but in those 2 months you need to take care of them the same way you take care of eggs not to crack. But once you have done it, if you have 1/8 of an acre, you can get upwards of about 1 million shillings in revenue. So are you in mushroom farming? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.